So you own a home here in the greater Charlotte, North Carolina area, or maybe you're looking to purchase a home here in Charlotte and you're wondering what the heck is going on in our local housing market. Well, you come to the right place because today we're going to give you the most up-to-date information on our local housing market here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We'll review the most up-to-date statistics, data, and take a look at what's going on in the overall trends in the housing market so you can be in the know on what's going on in your backyard. And guys, if you are new to the channel and want to make sure you keep your thumb on the pulse of the market, make sure you click subscribe and turn notifications on. That way you'll be the first to know what's going on in our Charlotte, North Carolina market. Hi guys, my name is Josh Finigan, team leader with the Finigan Group powered by eXp Realty. And every single day, myself and my team get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you who are looking to either buy, sell, or invest in real estate here in the Charlotte area. And we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, feel free to give us a call, text us, email us. We'd love to be your real estate resource of choice and help you through the process. So as I mentioned earlier, today we're going to be looking at the Charlotte, North Carolina housing market, giving you a full update on the most up-to-date statistics, trends, and data analysis. And we'll also take a look at some of the macroeconomic factors really affecting our housing market. And one of the biggest is the interest rates. During the 2022 and 2023 cycle, the Fed raised the interest rates 11 times. That made housing very unaffordable for thousands of homebuyers all across the United States. The housing market did slow down just a little bit, but it's remained relatively resilient even though we've seen much higher interest rates than we have the previous decade. Now everybody's been anticipating and super excited for the Fed to start reducing rates. So they've really been keeping an eye on the Federal Reserve and when they meet. And the Federal Reserve last met mid-March where they discussed the overall economic trends and they expressed their concern that the interest rate was not lowering quickly enough. So they decided to keep rates the same, right around 5.25 to 5.5%. Before this last meeting, we were all hopeful that the Fed would reduce rates either this meeting or the meeting in May. Now that looks very unlikely. So we'll probably see these high interest rates for longer. Now it's still likely the Fed will reduce rates this year, but they may only have a couple reductions towards the end of the year. Now, the Federal Reserve does meet again at the end of this month, April 30th and May 1st, but it's unlikely we'll see them reduce rates in this meeting. It'll probably be a few months before we see those rates drop. So these rates have been high for quite some time and it's really affecting buyers' affordability. Because frankly, buyers don't buy for price point, they buy for payment. And every 1% fluctuation in the interest rate really affects a buyer's purchasing power by about 10%. But one thing that's really kept this housing market strong is the inventory has been ridiculously low. And one unexpected consequence of these higher rates is a ton of homeowners across the United States have decided not to put their homes on the market. If we take a look at the United States as a whole, 80% of people who own a home have locked in a 30-year mortgage rate of 5% or less, and 33% of them have locked in a rate below 3%. So for this large cohort of homeowners that are considering possibly making a move or kind of contemplating the idea of selling and buying another property, they're frankly not, because they don't want to lose that low interest rate and then go and buy another property at a much higher interest rate. So this has really kept our inventory much lower than it should be, which has really kept our housing market resilient through this time. Which brings us to the amount of new listings we saw here in Charlotte in March. In March, we saw 1,499 homes hit the market, which was a 20% increase from the number of homes that hit the market in February, but it was a 2% decrease from the number of homes we saw hit the market this time last year. We did see a big boost in the number of homes that hit the market month over month, but this is really due to seasonal trends. As we get into those spring months, more people start putting their homes on the market. So it's really common to see that big jump and increase from February and March, March and April, and so on and so forth until we get to the peak of the summer months. Now we did see a decrease when we look at year-over-year trends. Now let's keep in mind 2023 had a historically low number of closed homes. There was very low inventory, so we're not surpassing the numbers we saw last year. So a lot of homeowners are still making that choice of not putting their homes on the market. Now in March, 1,263 homes did accept offers, which was an 18% increase from the number of homes that accepted offers in February, but it was a 3% decrease in the number of homes that accepted offers this time last year. And again, we're gonna see those seasonal trends month over month, right? More homes are coming on the market as we get into the spring months, and more homes are going under contract as we get into the spring months as well. But one thing we do wanna really pay close attention to is the number of new listings did outpace the number of pending sales. And this is very important because it's a very strong leading indicator of where our market is going here in the future. If more homes are coming on the market than are going off the market, then our inventory will increase. So even though inventory is still ridiculously low at the moment, it is higher than it was previously. With that being said, inventory is still at record low numbers and buyers' demand is still very high, even though we have these higher interest rates at the moment. So we still do have a long way to go before we start seeing something that resembles more of a balanced market. In March, 1,082 homes closed, which was a 22% increase from the number of homes that closed in February, and it was a 13% decrease from the number of homes we saw close this time last year. So we are still seeing low number of closed homes, but it's because there's not that many homes coming on the market, not as much as we usually see in a more normal market. How about the average sales price? In March, the average sales price here in Charlotte was $555,500, which was a 3% increase from the average sales price in February, and it was an 8% increase from the average sales price this time last year, which is pretty crazy to think about. Even though we've seen these really high mortgage rates, the average sales price here in Charlotte has increased year over year by 8%. Which is just a testament to this market being very resilient and home prices continuing to rise even though these rates are higher. So what does all this mean? For you home buyers out there, we may see these rates remain higher for longer. So if you are sitting on the sidelines waiting for those rates to drop, while you're waiting, the average sales price is still increasing. So keep that in mind, and you may be waiting a little longer than you previously were expected. And it may be more of a gradual decrease in the interest rates rather than something that changes rapidly. So at the end of the day, you have to really weigh, is it right for you to purchase a home now or should you wait, right? If you do wait, will you continue to see these prices increase? And most likely, yes. Until we fix this low inventory issue, this housing market will be resilient. Now, for you home sellers out there, there is still a large buyer demand. Now, rates are still high, so their affordability is lower than it has been, let's say in 2022, but the inventory is still very low as well. So are we seeing this huge euphoria in the market where a lot of these homes are getting 10, 15, 20 offers like we saw back in 2022? And the answer is usually no. But there are still a lot of competitive bidding wars. We actually just sold a home the other day where we had multiple offers on it and we sold it above asking. So we are still in a heavy seller's market. It's just a little bit more balanced than we saw back in 2021 and 2022. And you have seen a huge increase in your home's equity over the past few years. I mean, in the last year, you gained 8% equity on average alone. If you are curious on what your home is worth, scan this QR code or click the link in the description below to get a free update on what your home is worth in today's market. If you are considering buying, selling, or investing in real estate, whether it be 9 days or 90 days, or you're just considering if now is a right time for you to make a move, myself and my team would love to be your real estate resource of choice, so feel free to give us a call, text us, email us. We'd love to sit down with you, learn a little bit more about what you are looking to accomplish and how we can help. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next video.